Legal tip number 5. Count with 6 to 8 weeks for the binding mortgage offer of the bank. Since the law changed in 2019, the Spanish mortgage process takes significantly longer, and this causes problems now with the parallel purchase process. Many sellers are willing to sign a reservation contract subject to mortgage, but not the private purchase contract. However, the reservation usually only is valid for 2 to 4 weeks, while the binding mortgage offer, the FEIN-document, quickly takes about 6 to 8 weeks to be issued by the bank. So, that is a risk if your bank manager promises you certain conditions, but the risk department, after all, rejects your application. My advice, therefore, is to try to negotiate a reservation contract subject to mortgage for 6 to 8 weeks. In addition, make sure that you request your NIE tax number as early as possible in the process, because this involves long waiting times at the police, and the risk department of the bank does not start the assessment without this number. For your information, the FEIN offer remains valid for 3 months and a valuation for 6 months. Your lawyer can take care of the entire mortgage applications on your behalf, up to the signing of the mortgage deeds itself during the purchase at the notary. Also, he will inform you about all conditions, such as interest rates, discount points for secondary projects, such as the insurance, commissions for opening or for early cancellations, etc. How much mortgage capital you can get depends on 5 factors. 1. You can spend about 30% of your last net annual income on housing costs and debts, both in Spain and in your own country. It's therefore very important that you don't quit your job before you apply for the mortgage. 2. The valuation or taxation is done by an official valuation company. And keep in mind that the amounts usually are lower than the market value, especially in rural areas. Sometimes the valuation may also include additional legal requirements. 3. If you are a fiscal resident in Spain, you usually can get a maximum of 80% of financing over the valuation, and otherwise it's up to 70%. 4. Spanish banks also look at the type of house that it concerns, and not all banks give a mortgage in rural areas or specifically protected nature areas. If they do, the percentage is also often at least 10% lower. 5. The risk department of the bank does not only look at the situation of the house and the person applying for the mortgage, but of course also at its internal targets.